Hi, welcome to another episode of Missions Workout from Home, Season 5, Episode number 8. So today we're going to talk about if I have knee pain, how, alright? So when you say how, we're going to talk about how to go around it, some myth and facts about knee pain, and what to do if you have knee pain, right? So first off, we will define what it means by knee pain. Yeah? Knee pain is basically you have a very sharp pain in between your knees. So let me just move this down so you can have the idea, alright? So basically it's the knee pain. Most people will be at, we call it the patella, also known as the center here. So I'll show you guys here below, so you guys can see it's usually a pain over this area, right? So if you got pain, what to do? I will tell you what not to do first, because what not to do is quite straightforward. What not to do is don't seek medical attention. And what not to do is to don't do anything. Right? So example, every time you got knee pain, you just want to rest. If you do that, in the long run, I can assure you it's not going to help. Right? And also, don't believe in Western medicine or Chinese medicines or whatever, and just believe that it will heal as time goes by. Is without putting any effort is also a waste of energy as well. So, what you want to do if you have knee pain, right? Knee pain, what do you want to do if you have knee pain, right? So if you have knee pain, what you have to do is to reverse the effect, right? Pain, opposite is not pain. Usually knee pain happens is because due to multiple factors, but most of the time is due to inactiveness. That means as time goes by, as we age, we tend to move lesser. The lesser we move, as the saying goes, if you don't use it, you will lose it. This is actually very true. So if you don't use it, let's say in the past, we use our knee, for example, doing more leg movements in the past, when we are kids especially, right? You squat a lot, run a lot, jog a lot. So if you don't move the knee, in the long run, as we age, sit more, less activity, then it turns out that is why it's causing the knee pain, because the next time when you want to do a simple movement, you can't do, right? That's why it's because the saying goes, if you don't use it, you will lose it, alright? So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can work around it, and also some common do's and don'ts also, alright? So we talk about don'ts is number one, what you don't want to do is to don't seek medical attention, alright? This video is just a suggestion and a guide. It is not like practical advice or anything. These are just recommendation and suggestions, so you can try them. Right? These are not advice here. Right? So you want to seek medical attention before you proceed with all this thing. But in a nutshell, for most people, you can still work around it, so to speak. Okay? So I'm going to show you some exercise that are not so pain on the knees. All right. So the truth is, if you ask any responsible physiotherapist, they tell you the same thing. Ideally, if you have pain, moving more is kind of the answer. All right. So it's kind of the same. So what not to do is don't do anything, but what to do is to do some actually. Well, where does the knee placing around? Where is it on the legs or is it on the arms? Obviously on the legs. So the idea is that, as for my suggestion is, you want to find a way you can strengthen your lower body, also known as your legs. Theoretically, if your legs get stronger, you shouldn't have so much pain on the knee. Are you going to have some knee pain? Let's say example, you are having some existing knee pain. Does this mean that if you do this exercise today, tomorrow your knee pain will be gone? No. But if you do it consistently, or some of these exercises that I'll show you, in the long run, it may be able to benefit you, right? So always remember that just like the pain, it doesn't happen right away like this one. It's usually accumulation of not doing things or doing a lot of strenuous stuff, right, to the extremes. So you want to move a little bit and see how it goes, right? So I will show you some exercise on how you can strengthen your legs. Alright, strengthening your legs, basically there are only one or two exercises. So you can always request a progression. Alright, so for example, you start from a very basic squat. If you cannot do, you regress, you do something else, or you can do a squat, try to do a deeper squat, variation, single leg, and so on. So I'm going to show you how to do it, alright? So pretending, assuming you are watching this video, you have some knee pain. The good thing about doing this exercise, anyone can do, young, old, as long as you have 2 legs, it should be fine. If you have 1 leg, not saying you can't do, but you might want to find some people, because this is not my field. My field is to teach general well-being people, alright? So I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, let me just adjust this around. Alright, cool. So what you want to see, right? To strengthen the knees, there's 2 things you want to take note. Strengthen here, thighs. So you look at the knee, right? What surrounds the muscles around? There's this your thigh, and also a bit of hamstring, right? So a lot of this, if you can cover here, you're pretty much done already, right? And this exercise looks repetitive, but believe it or not, it's this exercise that gives you the trick, so to speak. So first exercise is to do a squat. So how do you start a squat? You stand straight, place your feet to your shoulder width, so right your shoulder width. Okay, your feet right, move like 10 to 2 o'clock or 11 to 1 o'clock, whichever you prefer. So you move to the side. So let me do it badly so you can have a better look. Right? So the next thing you want to do, you take a nice big breath, and the belly, sit in between your legs. One. Okay? So I'll show you one more time, yeah? Sit in between your legs. Okay? What makes a good squat is actually a deep squat. If you keep doing half squat, it's not going to solve the problem, right? It's going to buy you some time, no pain, but in the long run, it will not help to solve the problem. So I believe if you're watching this video, you want to solve the problem. So what you want to do, when you go down, go as deep as you can. Suggestion, knee below your hip is a good place to start. So you end up something here, right? So when you do a squat, let's say for some reason, right, when you want to do a deep squat, you're having some knee pain, right? So here, you're having some knee pain, or even here you're feeling a knee pain you can't do already. Don't worry. One thing you can regress is try to sit on a chair or a stool that is lower. So I'll pull over my bench just for example. Yeah? Okay, cool. So you see I have a bench here, right? So let's say if you really mess up, you can't go as low as you can. Okay? One good example is you want to sit all the way down, right? Just do some of these things. Sit down, stand up. All the way down, stand up. They call it a box squat, alright? So basically you're just sitting on the chair, stand back up. Then as time goes by, try to regress. So the reason why I show you this bench is, the good about this bench is it's adjustable, so I can actually go a bit lower. Let's say if just now was getting better, right? Notice now it's lower, right? So what you want to do is go all the way down. Right? So I'll show you from this angle so you guys can have a look. Okay, so ideally you want to squat all the way down. If you can't squat all the way down, try to use the bench as a benchmark, so to speak. So at least you're here, right? You still cannot, move the bench up and adjust accordingly, right? So at least 90 degrees. For most people, if you're watching this video, you should be able to do at least 90 degrees, right? So all the way down, all the way up, way down, all the way up. Right? So that's how you progress for a squat. Okay? So when it comes to squat, this is going to share some common myths and effect, right? A lot of people say, oh, don't squat because squat are bad for your knees, right? 9 out of 10 people will say this, usually have no idea how to do a proper squat. The squat form looks horrible, or they have never even do it before, worse yet, right? They are getting advice someone who never even lived, right? Way to go. And even if they live, 9 out of 10 people don't do it properly. Their knees cave in, not deep enough, half rep, no control, so on and so forth. So you want to take note how you can find a way to help improve your form, alright? So squats are best for your knees? Not really. So who squats a lot? You look at Olympic weightlifter. These people squat like a full-time job, right? These people legitly squat like 4 to 5 times a week, or if not, almost every day, alright? And like it or not, these people, whether they retire or what, most of them don't end up in a wheelchair. If anything, but most of them as they age gracefully, meaning no tongkat needed, no walking stick needed, quite healthy. Mine also very fresh, maybe athlete background, but you get the idea, right? So if you how to say, people say squats are bad, not really. It's usually the bad form that causes the thing that is bad, right? In fact, using myself example, and some of my clients as well, when we first started, we have quote unquote bad knees. When I was overweight, anything I do, the knee just hurts, right? Just a bit here and there, it just hurts. But when I do it proper form, fast forward today, I got no pain. I do it properly, safe and sound. And yeah, same goes for my client who had knee pain all the way now. Fast forward, she can do it body weight, pain-free. In fact, gotta put weights. If not, there's no challenge. What a problem to have, right? So, long answer short, do your squats properly. You should be able to do you a lot of justice, right? Don't have to all in or nothing mentality. If you can't do the body weight like I showed you, hey, start with the adjust the bench, right? Or just find the lowest stool, work from it, right? We all have to start from somewhere. One thing for sure, starting something is better than not starting at all, right? So we're done with the squat. Next movement. So we talked about the video just now, right? So quick recap. So you want to, the knee is here. So you have strengthened the quads here by doing squats. So next one is you want to hit the back as well, because the knee is like a tape surrounding it. So you want to hit the hamstring. So I will show you how to hit the hamstring this time. All right. One easy thing to do. I've shown it before quite countless of time. One way is actually to use the broomstick. So I'll show you how to do. All right. So you go to this broomstick. It's not as hard as you think. In fact, if you do it properly, no weight, you should feel something. So maybe I start without the stick first. So you want to keep the chest up. Think of hinging, so your hips are going back, butt going back. Don't squat down. So I'll move this lower so you can have an idea. Alright, boom. So, boom. Okay, cool. So when you look at this video, right? So you think of your butt when there's a hinge, right? You want to train here, right? Why? Because like I say the knee consists of here and here, right? It's a muscles to the thigh and hamstring, so you train the hamstring. So think your hip going back. Don't think of squatting down. This is wrong. Correct? Wrong. Correct? Wrong. Think of the hip. Imagine your butt want to touch the wall. Okay? Butt, go to the back. So you do it properly, your knee don't go forward, yeah? Chest up, butt back, knee don't go forward. Alright? 3 cues only. Chest up, butt back, knee don't go forward. Just bend once, that's it. The more you go backward, you will feel a lot here. Then this is how you put the hamstring. Some favorite exercise, they call it the good mornings or Romanian deadlift. I will use Romanian deadlift for learning purposes. Keep your chest up, butt back, shift all the way down. All the way up. You just remove this, okay. So all the way up, all the way back, and up, right? All the way back, up. Just think of your butt going back. If you go to your maximum, that's it, then you should feel the hamstring. Then so be it. For your arms, just keep it straight. Don't overbend, and don't have to super straight. Just normal, just holding. Chest up, butt back. Boom. So once you're done, you should be able to feel the hamstring. Okay, so like we said, knee pain is usually caused of the inactiveness of the thigh and the hamstring. So ideally, if you do some thigh exercise, some hamstring exercise, in the long run, it will serve you well. Alright, so putting everything together, you can try all sorts of format. My favorite is to do what we call a classic, you might hear it called a German volume training. It's 10 times 10. Right, I know this a lot, but hey, just give it a go and to practice, right? So you can actually put the bar behind to squat also. Pretend you are using this for balance, right? Some people apparently, if they are without any weight, they feel very discomfort. So you can put a bar behind, you can hold something in front, just try. Okay, so I'll show you for this exercise, a back squat. We place all the way down. So do 10 sets of 10. So all the way down. 1, 2, sit as low as you can. 3, right? So you look at the front view. Your knee don't cave, don't curl in. Think going out. Okay? Show you. all the way down, up, down, up. So what you don't want to do is this. Alright, so don't let the leg cave in. Go out. Okay? So this is some key points you want to take. And number 2, once you finish 10 sets of 10, proceed to the second exercise of the Romanian deadlift. 1. Okay? Do this for 10. Alright? So you've done set 1 of 10 of squats, 10 of Romanian deadlifts, then rest for a few seconds, 10 to 15 seconds or 10 to 30 seconds, depending how fit you are. Go to set 2. Repeat set 3, set 4, set 5 until 10 sets. That will do. Alright? Something is better than nothing. So if you can, add some weight. If you don't have weight, no problem. At least use a broomstick. Work on what you can do. Right? Okay, so pretty much that's about it, right? There's so many exercises you can do, but I would say in terms of effectiveness wise, you can do these 2, master it very well. You don't have to do a lot of things. You just need a few things that you just have to master a few basic stuff. Boom, you can go a long way, right? So there's nothing sexy, I know, but give it a try. Give it some thought, right? So on knee pain, alright, so we talk about your knee pain, strengthen the muscles. Do some hamstring exercise, do some quads exercise. Most likely, you're going to do some hinging movement for the hamstring or some sort of squat variation to your quads. That's about it. I wouldn't say problem solved, but it should be able to make you stronger as time goes by. Do it consistently for 6 months, 3 to 6 months. Come back and let me know how you feel. Alright? So I guess that's it. But before we end, just a quick announcement is that whatever we do, all this exercise, again, be sure you seek professional help first before you do any changes to your diet or your training, because these are just some suggestions. These are not advice. I don't know what your exact situation is, alright? So things may differ. But in general, for most people, what causes knee pain is usually due to inactiveness, and the flip side, too active. Too active also can be an issue. So example, if you're a frequent runner, you overtrain, you don't take care of your joints get pain. The human is a very complex body. You do it too little, inactive, your joints are not working, you don't use it, you lose it. So instead of going, don't do anything at all, or doing everything every day, most people will be somewhere in the middle, alright? So for starters, you can do 2 or 3 times a week. If you're regulars, you can train 4 to 5 times a week, right? See how it goes, and you should be able to be fine, alright? So that's all for today. So if you also have, aside from having knee pain, if you also have back pain, do check out my last week's video. I'll put the link at the end of the comments, end of the show, where if you have back pain, what you can do around it, alright? So back pain and knee pain, even though it's 2 different kind of pain, but the way to approach it is very similar. In other words, just strengthen the muscle group, and you should be able to help you to improve the situation. Alright, so that's all from me today. Thank you so much once again for joining the live, and I'll catch you on next week. Alright, so next week we're going to talk about this one, quite a common thing. Are protein bad for you? Right? Don't eat so much protein. Apparently proteins are bad for kidney. So therefore, don't eat any protein. Proteins are bad for you. So how true is this? How wrong is this? Or even what we can do about it? I'm going to share with you on next Tuesday. Alright? So that's all to have about today. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you on next week. Alright, so till then, you guys stay safe, and always remember, you can always work out from home. So till then, meet again next week. Bye bye.